Karibu sana. Unajua conversation ni moto sana because you're talking about some of the things that are happening across the country. Unajua ni kunoma kwa sababu watu kibao sana wamekuwa involved in stories easy stories elections. Now of course country iko at the verge of division. Hiyo ni on a very light note, but then ukiwa on the ground uta realize that kuna mambo yanaendelea na lazima tuidiscuss hapa hivi. Kila jambo ni serious na lazima tubonge na watu. So leo tunabonga na wasi wenye wako farthest kabisa. Na kukutana na Morris hapo hivyo Kisumu. Ni aje Morris, sijui kama unanipata. Nataka kukuuliza swali moja. Umesema umesema my youth man wako on the ground hawapigani ama hawako involved in these issues. Unasema shida inaletwa na politicians. How true is that? Yet hatujaona politicians wakishikana mashati wakichapana. Tunaona my youth man on the ground wakipigana.
Kwani jana ukuona kama wanashikana masati?
Jana ilikuwa story ya chai. Ilikuwa story ya chai.
Chai hiyo ni yao. Sasa wewe fikiria, sasa zile unakunywa hiyo chai yao, unaona vile wanabonga huko. Ndio vile wanatuongelesha hapa mtaani. Wacha nikuambie kitu moja. Unaona hao mapolitician hawa, kuna wakati tunawapendeza tena sana. Unaona? Wacha ifike saa zile sasa napata kidonge chake mfukoni, ndio utajua huyo mtu tabia yake ni nani. Unaona? Yeye atakukuja hapa mtaani, utamsaidia kazi zake, succeed aende. Unaona? Alafu wewe atakuja kusahau. Wacha nikuambie kitu moja. Bana wao wazee wanafanya kazi nyingine mtaani hapa ya kukimbiana na hao makarao hapa mtaani bana, ile mbaya sana. Unaona? Yule mama wa kuuza mboga pale mtaani pale sokoni Kondele, unaona? Hakuna kitu anafanya nini na survive nayo. Unaona? Vita inapigana pale kuanzia saa 12 asubuhi hadi saa 3 usiku. Saa hii nimepata kama ile gari ya makarao imeanguka pale Dona. Unaona? Hakuna yule youthman anaweza kwenda pale kusaidia wa makarao. Unaona? Wanabeba mizigo yao wenyewe. Juu hakuna ile urafiki kati yake na vikijana. Unaona? Tena mimi naweza kuambia hivi. Unaona makarao watu pia hawana discipline. Unaona?
Wacha nikukatia kidogo. Tumeona watu kibao sana huko hivyo Kisumu wakikufa. What's the feeling on the ground? Tunataka kujua mazejo watu wa Kisumu na feel aje about hizi deaths zenye zimekuwa zikifanyika across Kisumu, Migori. Tumesikia watu Kondele pia wamekuwa affected. Hebu tuambie una feel aje kuhusu hizi stories zote?
Mimi nitakuambia tu ya Kisumu peke yake. Migori wachana nayo. Mimi sasa nakupatia ghetto ile natoka hapo. Hapo Kondele, hapo kuna lejo hapo chini. Mazee watu wanabomoa hadi manyumba huko wanaingia. Sasa hii mwingine ameniomba 20 bob, unaona? Sasa mimi nikikuja huko kutoka huko ghetto ananiomba mbao. Sasa niambie, sasa zile ananiomba mbao na mchana tumekimbiana na yeye hapa vichuoni hivi, unaona? Sasa hiyo mbao nitapata wapi? Na mimi anikimbiza business sijafanya, yeye pia anasikia njaa, unafikia atakulaje? Sasa yeye anataka mbao aongeze tu, hata yeye ameogopa kupita penye vijana wako. Na mimi siwezi kuvuka naye. Unaona? Wazee wa Kinamburu wanafanya kazi nyingine hapa ya maana bwana. Kazi ya kukimbiana na hizi masini ngumu hizi bwana kwa mgongo. Mapolisi ndio hiyo tear gas tunakula nao pamoja. Unaona? Watu wanaifeel kwa ground.
Sasa wacha ni sana Ali, tutarudi kwako tu sasa. Umesikia kulatia gasio rais Zinzi? Umesikia kulatia gasio rais?
It is not at all. We have to, if you're just joining us here on KTN News, this is Kivumbi2017. Just to quickly refresh our panel, this is Joas Onsando, who is a political analyst. Close to Aseli is Torres Samuel Odor, but he's popularly known rather as Torres, CEO of Mtani, right? And of course, also joining us in Nakuru is Shiko Kihika, who is the founder of Tribalist Youth, a movement that if you've seen online, I'm sure you have come across it. Shiko, there's that issue that you just heard from Ali talking about it, and it really poses the question, if our own leaders, especially the young leaders, are fighting amongst themselves, surely how will they be able to unite a divided nation? What do you think?
Actually, Zinzi, I'm shocked that you're calling them leaders at this moment. Because for me, they don't sound like leaders. They sound more of just political goons. And just to say it, and I'm saying this because what they showed us yesterday, those are not, and they've never been, values of leadership. Because what we are seeing is people who are greedy for power, people who cannot actually focus.
Right. And Shiko, I know you have taken it to heart to help young Kenyans more specifically talk about this issue of tribalism. Earlier on, we were just discussing the issue as, are we just as tribal as our fathers and our forefathers were, but we just don't talk about it until 5 years?
Yeah, I think our main problem is that we've made tribes a taboo to talk about. It's been Like, we've not had conversations about tribes until people started fighting tribeless youth online. That is when people started having these candid conversations about tribes. Our forefathers, were they really tribal? Yes, because they divided into troops that thought that is how they fought for power, and this is what is eating us up to now. But then, are we this tribal? No, we are not. Why? Because I feel we are only tribal after every 5 years. And we are not tribal because we hate each other. We are tribal because our political kingpins said ABCD. So I still feel like we as young people, we should actually take advantage of this space. Stand up and say it's time for us to fight for what is really ours.
All right,
I'll say 2 things. And I think I need to react to this immediately. Number one, I don't think we are tribal every 5 years. I think we're not tribal at all. Because if we were tribal, it would be in our DNA. It would influence every fiber of our being, who you consume from, who you sit with in a matatu, and so on and so forth. What we are is angry young people. Every 5 years, the politicians package that anger as tribe and then show us where to direct it. That is why it only happens every 5 years. Because from next year, I'll be consuming from my whomever brother without asking. Ushaipanda matatu kauliza konkodi wewe ni kabila gani? Alafu ukapanda ile iko empty. That's number one. Number two, I also think and I speak as a member of the middle class and a young person, I think there's a big onus on us as well, because we are driving the conversation. We are the opinion leaders. There's a lot of people looking up to us because perhaps you work here, ukienda shags, wewe ndio ulikuwa wa kwanza kugraduate, and so on and so forth. Think about it this way. There's a young person from Meru, and I'll confess, I don't remember his name, who came into parliament a few weeks ago campaigning with one sweater and on foot. In fact, he even used to get meals from the last interview I saw from the constituents. Yes. I don't remember his name. But ask me who fought yesterday. I'll tell you Anthony Oloch, Murkomen. Ask me who fought the other time. I'll tell you Babu Owino, Jaguar. It is the stories we make trend as the middle class. It's the stories that excite us, that elicit our passions. We are a country that punishes excellence and rewards mediocrity. And in this case, it's even worse than mediocrity. We reward criminal behavior. That is why and I'm guilty for that as much as anyone, because I can't remember that young man's name, who is younger than me and I look up to, but I just don't know his name because it hasn't trended enough for me to remember his name.
Wacha tarudi kwa hiyo point. Na nakwambia each and every week si uenda mtaani, but this time round kuna segment inaitwa Your Say. Yo kwa each and every week to make sure that tusikie kila mayouth wanasema, si waambie watutumie videos za messages. So sai this week tuliwaambia watumie messages za peace. Hebu cheki mayouth man vile walikuwa na hizi points za kusema.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Mushimosh here. I urge all the Kenyans to maintain peace. Love one another, we all need each other.
Yo, what's up my people? It's your boy Ducrid here, and it's during the election period. I just want to ask you to keep calm, maintain the peace, Kenya ni moja.
Mwitwa J Ulysses. Alafu najua Kenya wote manze mkeep peace manze. So msipigane huko ama kwenda kuvurugana ovyo manze. Vijana msitumiwe hivyo.
For there to be sustainable peace, there must be sustainable justice. And for there to be sustainable justice, there must be sustainable peace.
Hello, fellow Kenyans. I'm Fred Ishmael Sirawa, aka Sirawezi, and today I want to talk to the youths about the peace in our country. Let us come together as the youths and promote peace in our country and try to embrace the virtue of peace because we are the upcoming generation of the country.
Kama youth men, tunafaa ku-maintain peace. Tusiwe wasi tribal, tupende tu majirani zetu. Yani hata kama ni wa kutoka which part of Kenya, bora ni Mkenya. Tupendane, tusitukubali kutumiwa na politicians, kuzusha mavurugu, kwenda kupigana na fellow citizens, kubishana na gava, si poa. Tufanye tu asu zetu kama kawaida, to maintain peace, because peace is not an option. Peace is paramount. One nation, one flag, one love.
Wow, that was your feedback that we always ask you to send us via WhatsApp, your videos. Right now, Nerima Wako joins us by way of phone. Nerima, before I can get your thoughts on the issue that we're just discussing about our leaders, quickly, give us an update on the situation right now in Kawangware.
Actually, I don't even know. I was mentioning earlier how I'm indoors. I could hear a lot of noises earlier, so I'm hoping that they're able to control it, because we could tell that it is massive because of just the amount of fire trucks and ambulances that have been passing by. But I'm hoping that they'll be able to take it under control. There haven't been a lot of gunshots and noises as earlier before.
All right, Nerima, very quickly, yesterday something that was trending online was the issue of two of our political leaders fighting over tea. Really, if our own leaders from two different political parties cannot even sit down and talk together, or rather have a simple conversation, surely, do you feel that our political leaders can even unite this country despite whatever tribe or whatever party you support?
I have to agree with Shiko. We're at a point in our country where we cannot even be looking at our leaders. We'll have to now look within and look at ourselves, where kusema kweli, where they are our own viongozis. Because when we have these leaders arguing and behaving this way, it's no surprise that the people are going to replicate that. But we cannot look to them for leadership anymore. We have to be concerned about what we want as a country and look to ourselves in terms of forming those conversations.
All right, let's head over to Shiko, who is joining us from Nakuru. Shiko, there's the issue that we keep saying that we're preaching peace, but if we are preaching peace, the other side of the coin is, does that mean that we are sort of encouraging silence? Silence on things that matter? Silence on things that we should be talking about?
No, our main problem is we preach peace every day, but we never go back to justice. We don't go back to the roots to see what really brings the issues that we suffer from every day. Because you look at where our nation is, we have so many past or historical issues that have never been settled. But then every day we say, let's have peace. We cannot have peace when we have angry souls. We cannot have peace when we have vulnerable young people who are waiting for politicians to come pay them to go fight. We need to address issues affecting young people. We need to address issues affecting our nation, and then we can now address peace. Because as someone said in those videos, sustainable peace depends on sustainable justice.
Okay, all right, that is Shiko Kihika Teres. There was the issue that Aseli had asked us actually earlier on about our leaders, and I want you to comment about it because you are nodding in agreement.
Okay, what I can say is this. You see, the leaders that we are choosing, like the leaders that we are electing, the young leaders, wenye tunaweka kwa hizi viti, by the way wanatuangusha. Kwanza wanatuportray vibaya sana huko mbele. Starting with Jaguar, Babu Wino, jana wengine wanapigania juu ya chai, sijui kama ilikuwa ni kikombe ndogo ama ni kikombe kubwa.
Na unaweza kama Ungwaru tuwabaie.
Na tunaweza kama mtu mtaani na tuwabaie. The other thing is, venye wanajiportray, unaona? Mpaka mpaka mtu yeye anakuuliza daddy ati wanapigania kikombe gani? So you see, hao wenyewe wanafaa kushow a good example huko juu. Na unaona pia hao ndio hata ule Telia amesema, ule Telia wa Kisumu, that hiyo venye walikuwa na react ilileta pressure mpaka huko mtaani. Hebu imagine. Na tunasemaje, mtu kama Murkomen, ni jamaa tunamtambua, ni boy wa nguvu. Mtu kama Oluoch wakili, wote ni lawyers, but you see, walikata kwenda kotini kurushana history, petition story ya chai kwa koti, wanashikana makoti wenyewe. By the way, mimi navulia nani? Navulia Sakaja kofia. Yeah, exactly. By the way, Sakaja is a great guy.
Ukweli. Josh,
I agree.
Wacha nikuulize swali moja. Police brutality Mazijo, nataka quick comments on that because wase wanadai hiyo ni kitu moja, na pia kuna new term mimi nimesikia Mazijo, sijasikia hiyo term hata nikichop, ethnic profiling. Is it true or false? Tunataka kujua comments on that.
I mean, with regards to, let me start with ethnic profiling. There is a report out by an independent commission established by the Constitution. You know, people confuse, there's a KHRC and there's a KNHRC. KNHRC is actually a product of the new Constitution. It's one of the independent commission. And they have a report out. And in that report, they give evidence to allude, as far, I've only read the synopsis, I won't lie that I've read the entire report, but in the synopsis, they say that there is evidence to allude that there actually is ethnic profiling going on. And they give names and locations of people who are killed. That being said, it's a tricky issue. It's very tricky. I get a bit emotional because it's painful to hear that a 15-year-old was innocently walking to buy ice cream, or that's the story, and he was shot dead.
2-year-old and people.
2-year-old, and you know, sometimes when they say a 2-year-old, you know, for a man like me, it's not easy to identify. But I remember when I was 15, and I remember being in situations that today would be considered dangerous, that back then were normal situations. I think the pertinent question is, are people dying? Yes, they are. Are these people dying while committing a crime? And if yes, did they pose a threat enough for the police to have to react in the way they did? On the face of it, there is no yes to any of these questions. Because if, say, you shoot 2 protesters in a protest, I would expect you to arraign 5 more in court who were part of the 7 that were part of a conspiracy committing a crime. So if you're killing people just so they don't come to the streets tomorrow to exercise their democratic right, then there's a problem. And it's a serious problem.
Wacha nikukat short kidogo Torres, teki. Mazejo, mimi nataka uniambie vile una feel. Kwa sababu first of all, kuna youth man mwenye buda yake ameshutiwa leo. Ama bro wake mbigi ameshutiwa leo.
Or a mother has lost a child.
Unaona, ama mother amelose mtoto wake, umeget? Mimi nauliza, unafikiria hii generation imekuwa exposed to so much blood in that itakuwa ni hard sana for them to forgive mtu wote mwenye amekuwa involved in such levels of crime?
Okay, before nijibu hiyo kitu hiyo swali, naweza sema hivi. Mimi mwenyewe naweza sema personally nimekuwa victim. Kuna one of our members wa Mng'aro Mtaani mwenye alikuwa tarehe 8 ile siku ya election ile ya first. Alikuwa anasherehekea tu ushindi, but alishutiwa. Jamaa alishutiwa coach tu akisherehekea. So unaona hata sisi sasa hivi tume lose friend. Tume lose jamaa mwenye alikuwa anasaidia na amewacha watoto 3 na wife mdogo sana. So you see it's very painful. Mimi kitu mimi bado nasema ni kwamba the police wenyewe makarao pia wana mavijana. Vijana kama sisi. Hebu imagine wewe unaingia kwa nyumba, unapiga tear gas, kuna mtoi mdogo, you don't feel like. But mimi naweza sema hivi, wazazi wetu pia wanafaa kutuambia tutulie. Juu sasa hizi leaders wame take over us. Wamekuwa kama wazazi wetu. But our parents pia wanafaa kutuingililia na kutuambia tukaeni chini tusaidiane. Tufanyeni vitu zenye zinaweza tusaidia. So sometimes mimi zenzi before ni malize naenda sema kwamba people are my youth wana dead.
Yeah.
Wa youth wana dead juu ya kitu yenyewe sio yao. Hata ukishikwa upelekwe karao venye brother anasema hapa. Hakuna kitu watakujali nayo. Watasema tulikuwa tunafanya nini? Uko na dafurugu. So please shikeni watu mpeleke ndani. Wacheni kuua watu.
All right, we'll leave it with Torres' comment as you've heard. Torres, a.k.a. Samuel Odor, Johnson Sando, Morris Ali, who was joining us from Kisumu. We also had Chiko Kihika joining us from Nakuru, Nerema Wako joining us by way of phone. And of course, you at home who makes it this show very much possible. Thank you so much for watching KTN News. This is Kivumbi2017. Betty Charlo comes on to take it after as we give you up a full coverage, really, of the rerun of the election. My name is Zinzi Kipiko. Good evening.
Of course, and the hottest man in Eastern Central Africa, na Seli Change anzangi Friday peke yake na kafiti thanks to Fanatics Boots unaweza find IG, but then tupatane next week same time. Conversation iendelee Twitter kwa sababu ni kumoto kama pasi. Sisi ni mayouth, lazima tu stand in the gap. I'll see you.